Thank you. And again, my name is Ben Jackson, and I'm the attorney representing Robert Brown. Good morning, Mr. Baxter. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you.
Thank you. Could you please, again, just state your name and spell your name for the record?
Cliff Baxter, Cliffbaxter.
Okay, thank you, sir. First off, I'd like to show you several exhibits. And first, I'd like to show you exhibit 24170, page number 1.
Okay, I see it.
Thank you. And could you tell me, please, or just for the record, what the date is on this memorandum?
March 6, 1998.
Thank you. And who is the memorandum from?
From Christy Sullivan and Clement Abrams.
Thank you. Okay, do you see that there is also a handwritten note at the top of the memorandum?
I do.
And could you please tell us what the note says?
Christy, look at pages 6 and 28. There's some initials, and then 3/8/98 is the date.
And do you recognize the handwriting, Mr. Baxter?
I do not.
Okay, as you look at the distribution list, Mr. Baxter, do you see that you are also copied on the memorandum?
Yep, mine's the first name.
Okay, and do you remember receiving this particular memorandum?
Yes, I remember receiving this.
Okay, do you also see that Mr. Ken Lay was also copied on the memorandum?
Yep, I see Ken Lay listed on this distribution list.
Okay, thank you. And looking at the second page of the same document, I'd like to focus on that second paragraph that pertains to John Wakeham. Do you know
I know John, the director of the company since 1994.
Okay, thank you. That was going to be my next question. And now I'd like to move forward to page number 3 of the exhibit. It's 24170-3. The front of the document is very, very small, so I'm going to ask the presentation specialist to call out just the first couple of lines on the document so we can see. And I want to confirm your understanding of when Mr. Lay's new salary would be in effect.
His salary was effective January 1, 1997.
Okay, and what was Mr. Lay's salary based on the employment agreement?
Based on this employment contract, it was $1.2 million.
Okay, and now moving forward, let's look at Exhibit 7, page number 2. And could you tell us, please, what the title is once that comes up? What the title is of this particular document?
Yeah, I see it. Looks like the title was an Enron earnings released, and this was the external format.
Okay, thank you. And could you tell us, please, what years this document covers?
This covered from 1998 actual revenue to the year 2000, which was the plan at that time.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to look at the entry reflecting Enron Energy Services. I'm interested in the total year column to the far right for this entry. And can you tell us, please, what the actual revenue for the year 1998 was?
It looks like the 1998 actual revenue was a negative $126 million.
Okay, so based on the information that's before you, what was the dollar difference between 1998 actual and the 2000 plan?
So the 2000 plan, we called for $100 million in the positive. So the difference between the two would be $226 million from the 98 actual to the 2000 plan.
Okay, thank you. And then now turning your attention to the next exhibit, 24377. When this comes up, as you can see, it's going to be an article that was published in the New York Times. It's dated 10/17 of 2001.
Okay.
Title is Enron reports $1 billion in charges and a loss. Can you see that?
Yes, I see that on the screen.
I'd like you to look at the third paragraph on this article, starting with a quote from David Fleischer. And could you please just read that quote for the record?
So he says, they didn't telegraph exactly what they were going to do or when or how. And this is said David Fleischer, and he was an analyst at Goldman Sachs. And he went on to say, but for many quarters, the topic has been how many billions are they going to write off? And now the question is, what's next?